What's up, YouTube? Scatzilla here, not me, the car. But anyways, we're gonna go over a couple things that I've done to the car in the last probably couple weeks and things like that. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, I got the hood open only because, but I'm gonna show you something. So some of the things that I've done to the car since actually owning it. The engine bay is dirty. I haven't had a chance to get under here really clean. You can see how dusty it is. But other than painting the lines on there red and maybe adding some LED lights around. So the first actual modification that I did to the car was obviously I took the stock wheels off and I put the Hellcat reps that I had on my Magnum onto the car, which make it look better. I like the other wheels. I did like the other wheels to an extent, but I just didn't like them that much. Plus, these wheels look a hell of a lot better than those wheels do. And another reason too is that this is a staggered set. So, you know, I got 20 by 10 in the rear, 20 by 8s in the front. Biggest tire can go in the rear is a 325, I believe. Right now, actually, I have 285s in the rear. We'll be bumping them up to a bigger, wider tire. And maybe a taller tire, we'll see. But yes, right now they're 285. They look pretty wide though for being 285. Yeah, they're pretty wide for being only 285. The fronts are smaller. But anyways, I did that. And then I lowered the rear because the rear was higher. If you ever notice my beginning videos of shorts above the car, you'll see how much gap there is between the tire and the wheel well. So I did lower the car in the rear. Front I didn't touch. I left it alone because it actually leveled it out pretty good. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I might end up lowering the front maybe a half of an inch just to drop it a little bit more, but again, those little flaps right there are really low already. I think the second thing that I did, I believe, was I painted the fins on the rear diffuser. I painted those, and then I actually had this portion of the wing or the rear wicker bill off, and I only had it to where it was this section, and then it came down here. And I liked it for a minute, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna put that back on. I actually like it. And actually, this used to be clear. I painted it black. I didn't like it clear. Then I put that little bit of red on the top. Kind of let it pop out a little bit more. You know, you can see the top of that. And then obviously, you know, the engine, I did paint the valve covers, just the lines on there and the SRT and all that good stuff. Put the LED lights in there. I think that was like the second thing that I did to this car. Then we move on to the grill, where I actually painted parts of the grill that look red, as you can see. I painted that red. I wanted to make it a little more distinctive, a little bit more different. I was gonna do the whole thing, and then I just said, no, let me do them in the different sections, you know? And I did it on the bottom as well. Then I finally changed these LED lights. One, they were going out already. They were dull going out, so I actually bought these that are smoked, and they look way, way better than they used to. Painted the inside of that red, because they did come all black. All this was black, but I painted them red to make them pop out better, right? Look better. And then came around and I painted the calipers red, which make it look a hell of a lot better. Actually, they pop out, so they look nicer. It just, I don't know, it just makes it look better to me, in my opinion. But yeah, I did that. Now on the inside, I didn't do anything to the inside. The inside is clean, and that's the way I like it. Just black, you know, just simple, nothing too crazy. I did put this on here. Now for y'all out there that sit there and say this is not an SRT, there's all that big debate from some people that call it, no, it's a scat pack. No, you know, it's not SRT. But let me see here. Hellcat, and then what does that say on the screen? SRT. So in my opinion, this is an SRT, but a scat pack trim, if you get me. I'm gonna leave the car off. I'm not gonna start it back up. Maybe I will in a minute. Other things that I've done was tinted the windows darker. They were very, very light. They had tint on it, but they were almost like a mirrored color, a mirrored tint. I didn't like that. I didn't like you could see inside. I like my windows dark as fuck inside. The front windshield is already tinted. As you can see, the front windshield is tinted. Not a lot, not really dark, but it's dark enough to where it actually, you can't see inside. I mean, not really, you know, it's hard to see. Inside, if you ever notice my videos when I'm inside, it looks very bright, but it's not actually. Other thing that I've done too, in the last couple weeks, as I put those fins on there, or whatever you call those, and I can't even think of the name of them right now, so whatever you call it. I just can't think of the name of what those are called. But anyways, I added those just recently. The exhaust tips were chrome, and I painted those black, matte black, and they still look good. Look at that. Somebody asked me, hey, you're gonna put a system in here? Because on my older car, my Magnum, I used to have a system in there. I used to have 212s. I mean, I used to always have a system in that car. But this time, no, I'm not gonna put a system in this car. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. If I ever want to do a car with a system in it, I'll just buy another car with the and put a system in it. I like radios, I like bumping, I like you know, I like the fucking doors to be shaking. I like all that shit. But I'm not talking about Kenwood and Pioneer and all that good stuff. I'm talking about like shit you see on video where it moves air and things like that. Like I have some woofers like that that literally pushed air through the car, and it was in the Magnum, and man, that thing would literally rattle your ears and hurt. Take your breath away, basically. I am also thinking of just gonna paint the inside of these red. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe just kind of make them pop out a little bit more, just to paint them red. Other than that, haven't really done anything to the motor yet because I haven't got to that point yet where I want to do anything to the motor yet. But there is things that I want to do, actually, little things, modifications, as in far as in like headers, catalyst, straight pipe. And right now, honestly, actually, it's just got cats and there's no mid muffler. Yeah, so it just has cats, no mid mufflers. It just got a rear muffler, but it's just a straight through thing. So that's why it sounds the way it does, if you ever notice it. It's not very loud, but I know with headers it'll get way louder. But I don't know if I just want to go with shorties or long tubes. I might just go long tubes, get rid of the cats, and just literally straight pipe it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Should I straight pipe this thing? But yeah, headers definitely, you know, it's a good, nice mod for these cars, especially for sound. And then after the mod of the headers, I might end up doing a cold air intake, get rid of that box, put in the cold air intake in it, and then what else? Maybe get the intake ported or something. I'm not sure yet, but you know, just do little mods here at a time. You know, like I said, the headers, go cold air intake, maybe port the intake, you know, just little things here and there, and gradually build the motor, you know, with things. Cam, I definitely want a cam in this thing. Nothing too crazy, but just something with a chop in it, you know, something very nice, but it give a little bit more good power. A nice tune on it, exactly. A nice tune on it would be nice, and you know, just go from there. But you know, that's in due time, and you know, I don't want to rush it. I do want to build it, like I said, but I want to take my time outside first, and then work my way from the outside in, and then we'll go from there. Also was thinking of doing a wrap on the trunk, roof, and the hood, or replace the hood. I actually want a Hellcat hood. You know, I want a Hellcat hood, but I like this hood too. But then again, like I said, I would like a Hellcat hood. So once I start doing that, I'll bring y'all along with the journey. When I start doing all the work to it, you know, you already know I'm gonna be videoing that and posting it here on YouTube. So as far as the car goes, you know, it's good the way it is. I like it. You know, people can clown on these cars all they want, you know, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, the reason why people hate these cars is because, you know, and then people talk shit, oh, you pay $1,100 payment for a scat pack, oh, you do this, oh, you do that, yada. You know, there's a lot of shit that gets talked. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, where I got this car was from a performance dealership. This is all they sell, are performance muscle cars, Camaros, Mustangs, you name it. This is what they sell, okay? Got this car at a great deal. My payments are super, super low. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I do not have the best credit, but I did get this car at a steal for low mileage. This car has just hit 36,000 miles, guys. 36,000 miles. And the car is still very, very clean. But anyways, those are what my plans are. And if you guys have any different like mods I could do to the car, you got any ideas you could throw at me, hey, send them my way. You know, or something you've done to these cars to give it a little bit more performance, you know, send it my way, message me in the comments, you know, just so, you know, throw some ideas out there. Like I said, I'm not sitting here trying to make 1,000 horsepower, but you know, another couple hundred horsepower, you know what I mean? I'd be happy, and then, you know, go from there. Because you know what, once you get used to what you drive, and it just doesn't feel fast to you anymore. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, this car is fast. I mean, it is pretty quick. Compared to my Magnum, this car is pretty fast. My videos, I don't show it a lot. Like, I don't really get on it. Like, usually it's always in eco mode. But a lot of times I have it in sport. I've driven it in track mode here and there, but not so much. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Just a quick little summary of the car, what I've done to it, what I want to do to it, things like that. Got any ideas, you know, throw them my way. I do want to get a front splitter to match the rear carbon fiber, so I'm looking for one of those. That's actually the next thing, cosmetically wise. But anyways, that'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and share, and most importantly, subscribe. Let's go, guys. Appreciate all the love. Like I said, appreciate all the love. Oh, and here's a saying that I haven't said in a while. Please don't hate. God damn it, I forgot the saying already, guys. I'm like a deer in the headlights right now. I can't remember. Anyways, that'll do it for this video. Scatzilla out.